Welcome back, everybody. Now today I've got my mail time video where I go into my stack of unsolicited mail, pull out a few items and see how they work. Without further delay, let's get right to it. Vertiball Precision Massager. I have reviewed, I think, 1 or 2 massagers in my day. So let's see what this one's all about. It's very small. The last massager that I reviewed went around my neck, so this is going to be something smaller than that. Just the first on the packaging, it looks like it's a trackball, not a massager. Here we go. Nice presentation for Vertiball, the precision massager. Oh, we got alcohol pads came out of there. This sounds serious now. Okay, so what I'm just gathering from just perusing these instructions is that this is supposed to actually mount onto a wall. Look at the size of the suction cup. That's a big suction cup. From what I'm understanding from my brief perusal of the instructions, that this suction cup goes against the wall, and then you're supposed to just lean against this ball to massage, I guess, your back or whatever part you're looking to massage. But I'm gonna read these over a little more carefully, and then we're gonna get started using it. All right, I've gone over the instructions for the Vertiball, and the instructions are pretty good as far as mounting it goes. You cannot go on textured porous surfaces, wood, brick, or concrete wallpaper. Now, I've looked around my house, and every surface of my house is a slightly textured wall. I'm not sure how textured won't work, so I'm gonna try it on here. If that doesn't work, I got a backup plan, which I'm not thrilled about, but I'll do it for this video, because they show people in the park using it on a flat surface there, but during this kind of stay home period, I really can't go anywhere. So I gotta make it work here. I'll use my backup if it doesn't work here. So what you're supposed to do is mount it, wait 90 seconds, and then test it before you're actually gonna use it. So here's how the Vertiball actually works. Ball, suction cup. They also say not to touch this with your fingers. They also give you 8 of these wipes to clean it off with after you're using it. They also say not to use it more than 30 minutes at a time without repositioning it, so they're very aware of its limitations, which I think is pretty good. The first thing you're supposed to do is, I'm not touching that, I'm touching around the edges here. You're supposed to pull this lever back and release the ball itself, and then you pull that out. Now let me try it on this surface. Cross my fingers that it actually sticks. It didn't stick. Not at all. Man, that's quite limiting, because I think most people, at least in this part of the country, all have texture walls. This isn't really that real thick texture, this is kind of a minor texture. I'll show you close above it. So I'm gonna have to go to my backup plan and then try it there. If I wasn't forced to be inside, I would go elsewhere where there's better choices, but this is all I've got inside my house, so let's go. That's right, this is the only completely smooth surface in my house. Not my first choice, but I've got to make sure this works. Let's try it out. Oh yeah. That's really sturdy. Now they say leave it 90 seconds and then test it out. So we'll come back in 90 seconds and give it a shot. All right, after 90 seconds, you're supposed to pull to the left and the right, make sure it's stable, which is very stable. That's not going anywhere. All right, so now we take the ball itself and lock it into place. It's good to go now. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, hey, that's pretty nice. Yeah, oh yeah. The ball isn't quite as big against my back as I was thinking it would be, but this is actually pretty effective. I need to find a place that I can use this. The only other place I can think of is in the garage with this drywall. I think they said painted drywall was okay, but I don't have any place where I can really stand up next to my wall in the garage. Either that or I'll just be doing this in the kitchen. I'll have to get out of the way when someone wants to get some eggs out of the fridge. Okay. No marks, that's always a good thing. Let me go down farther. You know, some people put a tennis ball against the wall, but the tennis ball is going to keep falling. This is not falling. If you can just find a wall that's not textured, this would be pretty ideal, I think. The fridge is definitely not an ideal place for it. They're right that textured walls don't work. Non-porous smooth surfaces do. If you can find a surface this fits on, I think you're gonna like it. It's not going anywhere. All right, pulling one off the stack. Let's take a look at this Jack's Furrfighters, and this is a pet hair removal glove. Now, I did a pet hair removal glove a long time ago, which was the True Touch glove. In fact, I have 2 True Touch gloves, the real one and a Fake Wish knockoff. So let's get that one out of here. I'll compare this one to the Furrfighters and see how it does. Furrfighters, it has a very suede feel to it, and I'm guessing that these raised ridges right here have something to do with the pickup along with the material itself. Something interesting about this one, it has 2 thumbs. Look at this, 2 thumbs. That's bizarre, but it makes sense. That way you don't have to produce 2 different types of gloves. All you really have to do is put the thumb you're not using over this Velcro. Actually a pretty good idea. I'm not sure if they're the first to do that, but I definitely like it. So I went over the promotional videos and the instructions, and it says you can use it on fabric, on clothing, and even on the pets themselves. So I recently had Bailey help me out with a product on this couch just a couple of videos ago, and I'm gonna do it again. So let's get Bailey up here. I'll get some hair on my shirt on the couch, get some off of her, see how the Furrfighters does, and the True Touch as well. Here we go. Bailey, come on. Bailey, come on. In real time. Come on, Bailey. Come on, Bailey. Come on, Bailey. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There she is. There's Bailey, you good girl. Let's brush you out. Okay, let's get some hair on this couch. Here, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Okay, give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Okay. Oh, you give me a nice. Oh, you give me a lot of hair. Oh, what's the matter, Bailey? Oh. All right, I think I got enough hair for this test, Bailey. So let's. I don't know how I calm her down after this. Okay, all right. all right, Bailey. Okay, all right, let's go throw a ball to you. Let's go throw a ball. Well, Bailey never lets me down, does she? Let's see how it does. It's working pretty good, I think. The video I saw, he was kind of doing it like this. That's quite a bit. This is what we got on this one. Let me try the True Touch on the couch and see how that does. This definitely feels a lot more cheaply made than the Furrfighters. I don't feel like this one's picking it up as well. I'm kind of more moving it around. I guess if I grasp onto it, it kind of works. I don't know. I mean, this wasn't really designed for fabric, so that's part of it. But let me try doing it actually directly on Bailey and see how it works. All right, I've kind of cleaned it off a little bit here. Bailey, come here. Come here, Bailey. Come here. Come here. Get up here. Get up here. She knows. She knows. Let's try it on Bailey directly. Okay, good girl. Let's see what this does. Oh yeah, we're getting some. We're getting some. I think this would be more for just the loose hair, not really deep de-shedding, but that's pretty good. What do you think, Bailey? Let's try this one now. Okay. I'm trying to give this a fair test here. All right, goodbye, Bailey. Thank you. It looks kind of like the True Touch was better for directly on Bailey, and the Furrfighters was better directly on the fabric. Let me try this out. I mean, it's kind of working. It's kind of working, but I'm not sure that it's better than a lint roller on this shirt. Pretty good for fabric. Not as much for the pet, and so-so for the shirt. Let's take a look at the Oh Snap phone grip that doesn't suck. That's their word for it, not mine. All right, there it is. Interesting. To open it, press firmly on the center circle, right there. Whoa, whoa. Then you press the ends together. Apparently there's a little hook right there. I guess I should take it out of here first. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Let me open it up first. Interesting, there's no installation instructions. I mean, I could figure it out, but I like to follow the instructions. Lately, I've been going commando with my phone with no case, but most people use a case. I know it's reckless, but I don't like cases. But since most people use cases, I'll put this one back on. All right, here we go. It says it works with most cases. I don't think there's really a top or a bottom. It seems very symmetrical. So I'm just gonna place it on here. Whoa, it like magnetically stuck to there. I guess that's straight. Let's try this one more time. That's different for sure. Now this hook goes into that hole. All right, there it goes. Now you're supposed to be able to insert your finger through there. It's supposed to not only rotate, which it's rotating, but this part supposedly slides up and down. That's kind of interesting. So not only does it attach to your hand like a pop socket and it can rotate, but it also slides up and down. So you can use one-handed features of your phone. That's kind of neat. My finger's stuck. All right, another thing you're supposed to be able to do is use this as a stand. They say you can use it like this. I'm referring to the kickstand. It shows it with the circle completely closed. I mean, I guess it does. I guess it does, yeah. Get a YouTube video, load it up and see how it looks. I believe I saw on the website they had it, I'm doing it like this with the circle closed. I think on the website they actually showed it with it unsnapped like that. Oh, that seems more solid. The unsnapped version seems definitely more solid. This works pretty well. I like it. See, it's not going anywhere. Looks pretty solid. It's also supposed to be magnetic and will stick to anything. Let's try that out and see how it does as well. Let's go in the kitchen and try the magnetic feature. Let's see how magnetic this really is. Oh no. Oh snap, it doesn't stick to the fridge very long or it slides off. No. That would be a no snap for me. That shouldn't be a hard test if it's magnetic. So I'm gonna use this for about 24 hours and see what I think about it. But I do think the magnetic part failed. The stand part seems pretty good. But I'll use it for a day and I'll check back tomorrow and let you know how it turned out. All right, so after a day of using the O-Snap, I definitely feel like I've got a better feel for it. I'm actually able to use it with one hand. Where the first time I used it, I was kind of fumbling around with it. So let me show you how it works with one hand. Obviously you push the button to engage that. I'm able to connect this easier as well with one hand. And I realized that my middle finger doesn't fit in there very well. It actually gets stuck in there. So I've been using my ring finger, which works pretty well for that. I would use my middle finger, but this is just not large enough for me. So I do find that I use it in this position more because for texting on the lower part of the screen, this works pretty well. I can even put it back with one hand too. And there it goes. All right, I pulled this one off the mail stack. This is Scrubby, the rinse-free shampoo mittens. I looked over the instructions in the back. There really isn't much to it. All you're supposed to do is add water, scrub clean, towel dry. And it's supposed to be reusable. It says the number of uses varies with the size of the pet and the coat type. So that seems easy enough. Bailey's out there in the back getting dirty right now, like she always does. There's a plant out there that she saw a lizard climb under her about a month ago, and she keeps going to that same plant thinking she's gonna see that same lizard. In fact, let me cut away to that real quick and then we'll get on to the Scrubby. There it is. She thinks that lizard's gonna be in there. That lizard's been gone for a month. What are you doing in there, Bailey? Where's the lizard? She's convinced that lizard's still in there. She's also gonna destroy that plant. Is that a plant or a bush? What do you guys think? It's gonna be destroyed either way because Bailey's gonna tear it apart looking for that lizard that's not there. All right, but I digress. I'm a little bit excited about this. I don't know why. I shouldn't be excited about a pet mitt. Oh, there's a very pleasant scent to it. It actually smells pretty good. I guess I missed on the packaging that there's 5 of them in here. So that's actually a pretty good deal. I don't know what it costs yet, but it seems like a good deal. All right, so I guess I'm just gonna dunk it in the, Bailey's already ready. She is ready. All right. I just dunked it in the bucket of water, and here we go. Come on, Bailey, come here. Come here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it smells like wet dog. Bailey, you smell like a wet dog. Now it doesn't say anything about keeping away from their eyes, but I'm going to, but it doesn't say anything like that. Bailey, you're gonna smell good after this. I'm just gonna go in the back of her head and downward. She's actually wagging her tail. She likes this. She likes this. I can definitely see this is a good way to keep your dog clean in between grooming sessions. I think most people out there right now, with the current shelter in place, aren't really getting their dogs groomed as much. All right, Bailey, let's tie you down. Let's tie you off. All right, here we go. Oh, good girl. She really likes this whole process. I can tell. I know Bailey, and Bailey likes this. I mean, she's pretty easily entertained, but she definitely likes this. Get her legs. Oh no, great, oh great. I knew this was gonna happen. Now she's running around like crazy. Oh, look how fluffy her fur looks. Good, come here. Come here, look how fluffy you look. Oh, she's pushing me. You're looking very fluffy over here. Oh God, Bailey. Now she's excited. Here. She's not that excited, is she? Look how fluffy you look. You look nice and clean. Here, let catch. Nope. She lost her excitement very quickly. She wants to go out there and look for the lizard again. I actually like these scrubby mitts. I mean, she's still drying a little bit, but I can definitely tell how fluffy she looks after that. It's certainly better than the elaborate process of things like the bark bath, which I tried a couple years ago, which you gotta lug this whole thing out, and it's kind of a process. This, you just dip it in water, scrub them, towel them off, and you're good to go. So to me, the scrubby mitts are a success. I think Bailey would agree. So let's recap here, starting with the O-Snap. After a day of use, I find that it's actually pretty easy to use. The only problem is that no amount of time of using it is going to make it stick better to the fridge. As you saw, it was sliding off there. So I don't think the magnetic feature is as strong as I would have liked. Otherwise, it works pretty well. If you like the way it looks, I think you'll be happy with it. Just don't expect the magnetic part to work too well. As far as the Scrubby goes, I actually kind of like it. Bailey's coat looks beautiful after washing her off with that and then brushing her. As I said, it's not really a substitute for a full grooming session, but it will buy you some time in between sessions. And it's a lot more convenient than some of the at-home options like bark bath that I've done in the past. There is a concern that maybe you're leaving some chemicals on your dog that it might be sensitive to. That is a concern with Bailey. She seems to handle it quite well, but that's something to keep in mind. As far as the Furrfighters goes, to me that one, it seemed like it worked better on some things than others. Not as well on the shirt, not as well on Bailey herself, but pretty well on the fabric. It seems like the usefulness of that one is a little bit situational. As far as the Vertiball goes, I think that if you can find a surface where it sticks to, it's actually better than using a tennis ball, which you can use anywhere, but it'll tend to fall on the ground. The only problem for me and people in houses like mine is all of my walls are textured and it doesn't stick on any of them. I had to use my fridge as an example of where it would stick to. So depending on where you're at, it may or may not be difficult to find a flat surface to which it will stick to. If you do, it works pretty well. So if you tried any of these items, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please check out my social profiles for progress pictures videos as I go, and please subscribe for more product reviews from me, James White, with Freakin' Reviews.